Okay, let's move on. So you were a Nepo baby. You are a Nepo baby.
Yeah. Full-blown one.
Full-blown.
Mhm.
So isn't it crazy that you now have a Nepo baby?
The whole Nepo conversation is really just a conversation about privilege. And I think, don't you ever do some shit like that again. Do you understand?
Hailey Bieber did an interview with Wall Street Journal, and she was asked about if there's any sort of competition that her brand is in Sephora, as well as Selena Gomez's brand.
She is most competitive with herself. She adds, I don't feel competitive with people that I'm not inspired by.
Shady answer in general. Selena Gomez hits back on her Instagram.
Posted, just leave the girl alone. She can say whatever she wants. Doesn't affect my life whatsoever. It's just about relevance, not intelligence. Be kind. All brands inspire me. There's room for everyone, and hopefully we can all see.
We need to talk about Hailey Bieber because she's stirring up headlines again. She just sat down for a new podcast interview that's got the internet in a frenzy, and of course, Selena Gomez somehow got pulled into it. Because when it comes to the Biebers, Selena's name is never too far away. This whole situation is messy, layered, and sparking fresh drama across fan pages everywhere. So here's what went down. Hailey appeared on Owen Thiel's show In Your Dreams, where she opened up about fame, motherhood, and all the constant noise the internet throws at her. Owen asked her point blank about being a Nepo baby, and even raising one someday. And while she tried to keep her answer graceful, you could tell she's tired of that label. She admitted that despite growing up in Hollywood, she feels like she's bad at being famous. Imagine that, someone married to Justin Bieber saying fame just isn't her thing.
Okay, let's move on. So you were a Nepo baby. You are a Nepo baby.
Yeah. Full-blown one.
Full-blown. So isn't it crazy that you now have a Nepo baby?
The whole Nepo conversation is really just a conversation about privilege. And I think having that dialogue with your kid is important. And I think talking about it is important.
So
and I think
good.
awareness is important. So I think it's just a conversation of awareness and understanding.
Did you know you were going to be famous?
No.
You're so good at being famous. I know that's a crazy thing to say.
Thanks. I feel really bad at it all the time. Like,
you're so good at it. Like that was a PR. That was perfect.
Then the conversation took a more personal turn. Motherhood. Hailey addressed those brutal online comments accusing her of being a part-time mom or not hands-on enough with her baby. The internet's been questioning how she's always on the move or attending events while having a newborn at home. And Justin isn't off the hook either. Fans have been side-eyeing his gaming streams, saying, "Why's he on Twitch again when there's diapers to change?" It's gotten that deep online, Hailey defended herself, explaining that just because people don't see her 24/7 with her baby doesn't mean she's absent. She said it's intentional. She and Justin don't want their child's face out there for the world to pick apart. Still, she admitted something that surprised people. She's got full-time help so she can balance her career and motherhood. But she swears she's still super hands-on and loves being a mom more than anything. And now fans are split. Some say she's being honest and protective. Others think she's trying to clean up her image before the next Selena versus Hailey wave hits again. So Hailey kept it real and said one reason she even manages to stay sane is because she's got help. Real help. That's how she can brag about getting a full 8 hours of sleep every night. I mean, let's be honest, no new parent is sleeping that peacefully without some serious backup. But that's Hailey. She's open about having a support system, and honestly, that's the only way she's keeping her glam and her sanity in check.
I think everybody sees you as this gorgeous woman with such a career, and I think they're like, oh, she has 150 nannies and she doesn't ever see her baby. Right. And I think just knowing you, that is so the opposite of who you are.
I'm someone who I always wanted to be a mom, so I'm super, super, super hands-on with my son.
Totally.
I do have help. I have full-time help. And I'm super not ashamed to say that. And I would never shy away from talking about that because I wouldn't be able to have my career do the things that I do without the help. And I feel really grateful for that. But even with that, I am super, super, like, constantly.
We just took a break so Hailey could ultimately text about
Yeah,
Jack.
exactly.
Yeah.
And it's like, if he's not with me, he's with his dad. He's always with like his family. He's always with somebody that, you know, he's always with one of us or with somebody, his godparent.
Then Owen threw her a curveball. He asked, "What's the craziest rumor you've ever read about yourself?" And she laughed because according to her, there's been plenty. Hailey's seen some wild headlines, but one that really had her shaking her head was the claim that she was Justin Bieber's manager. Yes, People were really out here saying that. She said it was so ridiculous she couldn't help but laugh. But the wild part is, a lot of fans actually believed it. You might remember last year when Justin suddenly dropped Scooter Braun, things got chaotic online. People were panicking, saying, wait, like if Scooter's out, who's running Bieber's empire now? After all, Scooter had managed Justin since he was a teenager, so that split had everyone whispering. Some fans thought Justin wanted to cut ties with the old guard and take control of his own career. Others thought maybe Scooter's reputation had finally caught up with him. But a surprising number of people were convinced Hailey had stepped in to take the reins.
I think there was one that I thought was funny because it was so stupid and so ridiculous. This is the one that comes to the top of my mind a couple months ago. It was like, Hailey is doing management for her husband. Like, I'm taking over to be his manager. I was like,
What?
there's no world in which that would ever.
You have a full business to run of your own.
But also, that's my husband.
Well, 100%. But also,
what do we think is going on here?
1, that's your husband. 2, you have a full career in life.
It didn't help that around the same time, people were talking about Justin allegedly owing money to some industry folks, and others owing him. The internet loves to connect dots that might not even be there, and soon everyone was convinced that the Biebers were turning their marriage into a full-blown business operation. But Hailey quickly shut that down. She made it clear she's not trying to mix business and marriage. That's a line she refuses to cross. She said the whole idea of her managing Justin's career sounds like a nightmare waiting to happen. She wants to be his wife, not his boss. Still, it's wild how easily people bought into it, like they want to believe there's a secret power struggle inside the Bieber household. And honestly, maybe that's why this story refuses to die down. Fans sense there's something happening behind closed doors, even if Hailey's trying to play it cool. Now here's where things really started to get wild. Hailey dropped a few bombshells during that podcast, and one of the biggest was about her skincare line. She finally addressed that old rumor that she originally wanted to use the Bieber name for her brand. People had been saying for years that she tried to trademark Bieber Beauty and only switched to Rhode after it got blocked. But Hailey swore that wasn't true. She claimed she always wanted to name her brand after her middle name, Rhode, because it's special to her family. Still, not everyone's buying it, and fans online are split. Some think she's just trying to rewrite history. And honestly, that whole skincare launch had the internet divided back then. People were convinced she wanted to ride Justin's fame to boost sales, and when the trademark drama hit, everyone was like, see? She tried it. But hearing her now, you can tell she wanted to clear that up once and for all. It definitely felt like a subtle way to silence those old headlines and remind everyone that she's more than Justin's wife. She's building her own empire, but the podcast didn't stop there. Hailey also opened up about the darker side of being constantly online, especially the hate comments. She said people have told her she looks trans, as if that's supposed to be an insult, and she called it out for how ignorant it is. She said she finds it ridiculous and cruel, and honestly, she handled it with a lot of grace.
What is happening?
Hailey, you're hard.
The rumors are true.
Do people say that?
No, I mean, like when people are trying to be mean, they're like, she looks trans. And I'm like, why do you think that's a diss?
Wait, totally.
As if being like trans is a diss,
Totally.
or like some of the most beautiful women in the world and
Literally.
men in the world are trans. So
Totally.
I just don't take that offensively at all. But
I love
say
now
that.
you're just in here with Sabrina. Look, it's
now,
Sabrina.
Now I cover myself because I'm
It's
like,
Sabrina.
Then, right when things were starting to get serious, something straight out of a movie happened. As Hailey was walking into Owen's apartment to do the interview, a drone literally started flying over the building. They didn't even have to guess why. Paparazzi had found out Hailey was there and wanted a shot. She joked that they probably thought she was sneaking off to meet some secret lover or hiding something scandalous. The whole situation was wild, but the craziest part came later, when Hailey described another run-in with a paparazzi that could have ended badly. She said she was in her car, just trying to drive, when a photographer cut in front of her vehicle and started snapping pictures through his rearview mirror while driving. She panicked. Who wouldn't? Hailey said she pulled over, got out, and literally yelled at him because it was so dangerous. And the wildest thing, she was actually on the phone with Owen while it was happening. That story really shows how chaotic her daily life can be. Even simple things like going for a drive turn into a full-on spectacle. I don't know what it was, but watching that interview, I actually felt like Hailey let her guard down for once. It's rare to see a celebrity drop the PR mask, you know? Usually these interviews are so polished, every word rehearsed, every answer pre-approved. But when she started talking about that crazy paparazzi story, you could see the real her come out. It wasn't scripted, it was raw, funny, and honestly a little chaotic, and that's what made it so interesting. The way she described that moment had me on edge. Like, imagine you're just driving and some paparazzi swerves in front of you just to get a photo. That's insane. She said she got full-body chills just thinking about it afterward, and the wildest part, she said if her baby had been in the car, she would have snapped. She joked that they were lucky she was alone that day because she would have gone off 10 times harder. That right there felt like the most real Hailey moment we've ever seen. But let's be honest, the interview might have been about Hailey, but somehow Selena Gomez's name got dragged back into the mix again.
I cannot believe there was a drone outside of my little cut where I live, my little apartment. That's insane. I mean, it's great for me. I'll be on People Mag.
I'm also like, what do you think I'm doing? What do you think you're catching? I'm visiting a
You're-
lover.
Wait, literally, I'm dead. Or you're like jumping on an album. Maybe you're featuring on the album.
I'm recording.
Would you ever record?
No.
You're putting your life at risk. Like, she's like,
I went off.
She went off.
I waved him over to pull over and I was like, hold on 1 second, Owen. Don't you ever fucking do some shit like that again. Do you understand? I saw red. I was so upset.
and then she gets back.
And I'm like, hey, sorry.
Literally, she goes, hi. Sorry, so wait, where were we? I go, no, we're not anywhere now, love, because I have chills. I have chills to be in the room where it happens.
Owen goes, oh my God, I literally have full body chills. I feel like I was just in 2000.
Because apparently, the internet just refuses to let these two live in peace. This time, the situation started over a random TikTok that went viral. So here's what happened. A creator posted a video titled, POV Making Justin Bieber Mad with My Rare Beauty Gloss. Yeah, you heard that right. She was joking around using Selena's Rare Beauty lip gloss, and people instantly connected it back to Justin. The comments section went wild, some found it funny, but a lot of fans thought it was messy and unnecessary. And then came the twist. Screenshots started floating around showing that the official Rare Beauty account allegedly commented under that video with heart eye emojis. People couldn't believe it. They were like, wait, did Selena's brand just co-sign this? The internet exploded overnight. Everyone was trying to verify if the comment was real or edited. It got even weirder when people claimed they had screen recordings proving it actually happened. Others rushed to check the original video, but it had already been deleted. Fans started debating whether Rare Beauty's social media team made a mistake or if someone hacked the account. Either way, it looked bad. And you already know, once people noticed that Rare Beauty hard eyes comment, it reignited the Hailey versus Selena debate all over again. Some said Selena had nothing to do with it. Others accused her team of being shady, and now the fandoms are going at it again. It's wild how fast a single emoji can drag everyone right back into the drama. Honestly, if you're working for a brand like Rare Beauty or Rhode, there's gotta be some kind of rule book that says, don't touch the Bieber Gomez drama with a 10-foot pole. Right? Like, that should be day one training for anyone on those social media teams. Which is why this whole comment situation feels so strange. Nobody can tell if it was an accident, a PR stunt, or just somebody being careless. But either way, it's got people talking again. Now let's be real, both brands are massive already. Rare Beauty doesn't need to stir the pot to get attention, and Hailey's Rhode is always trending for one reason or another. So why would they even risk it? Some fans are convinced it was intentional, timed perfectly to boost Selena's new music video that just dropped this week. Others think it was way simpler. Maybe the person managing Rare Beauty's account forgot to switch profiles before leaving that heart eye emoji. Like, imagine scrolling TikTok on your lunch break, thinking you're on your personal account, and boom, you accidentally comment something spicy from your boss's brand page. Instant chaos. Still, the optics are bad, because if you look closely, that video wasn't just about Rare Beauty. It mentioned Justin Bieber in the caption before the product was even shown. So no matter how you spin it, it comes off messy, and fans wasted no time calling it out. They said if that comment was real, it crossed the line from funny to petty real quick. Of course, this all spiraled into a fresh round of internet warfare. Team Selena versus Team Hailey, back at it again. One week, Selena's the innocent queen just minding her business. The next week, people are calling her shady. Then it flips. Hailey's the villain one day, the victim the next. It's exhausting, and honestly, the internet seems addicted to keeping this feud alive. And it's kinda wild when you think about it. Hailey's literally got a newborn with Justin now, and Selena's reportedly living her best life with Benny Blanco. Yet somehow, their names are still locked together like it's 2018 all over again. You'd think by now the world would have moved on, but nope. Here we are, still breaking down every emoji, every like, every possible hidden message. It's almost like people want them to keep feuding. The second either woman posts something slightly ambiguous, the fan detectives go into overdrive. Screenshots, theories, side-by-side comparisons. It's all back on the timeline in minutes. At this point, it's not even about Hailey and Selena anymore. It's about the fandoms who refuse to let this rivalry die.
Hailey Bieber did an interview with Wall Street Journal, and she was asked about if there's any sort of competition that her brand is in Sephora, as well as Selena Gomez's brand. She had an interesting answer.
It's always annoying being pitted against other people. I didn't ask for that. When people want to see you a certain way and they made up a story about you in their minds, it's not up to you to change that. And then the other part that really everybody held on to was, then it says, I asked if Bieber feels competitive now that her products have to stand up against other Sephora brands. I think there's a space for everybody. She says she is most competitive with herself. She adds, I don't feel competitive with people that I'm not inspired by.
Shady answer in general.
Talking about anybody's brand is like, we're just being like, I don't feel inspired.
You're basically saying you don't feel inspired by
with
people's brands.
Yeah.
There's
just like talking about all of Sephora.
Right. There's basically no reason to say that at all.
No.
I think maybe after that came out of her mouth, she probably was like, wish I didn't say that. Selena Gomez hits back on her Instagram.
Posted, just leave the girl alone. She can say whatever she wants. Doesn't affect my life whatsoever. It's just about relevance, not intelligence. Be kind. All brands inspire me. There's room for everyone, and hopefully we can all stop.
And honestly, it's starting to look like no matter what these two do, the internet's gonna twist it into drama anyway. Right after that whole rare beauty comment storm hit the internet, both fan bases went wild. But what really shook people was how fast things escalated. Within hours, fan accounts started posting proof threads, comparing timestamps, zooming in on the emojis, and even tracking who could have been logged into the account at that time. It turned into a full-blown digital investigation. Meanwhile, Hailey's supporters jumped into the mix, saying it was obviously staged to make her look bad again. Some of them even pointed out how the timing felt too convenient. Right when Hailey was trending for her podcast appearance, suddenly Selena's brand is in the headlines again? Fans started whispering that maybe this was promo warfare, subtle PR moves to outshine each other's spotlight without ever saying a word. And the thing is, both women have stayed completely silent since. Not a single comment from Hailey, not even a like from Selena. But their silence is exactly what's driving fans crazy. Everyone's reading into it like it's some coded message. If she doesn't respond, that means she's guilty. Or, if she ignores it, that means she's unbothered. It's wild how every breath they take online gets turned into a headline. Adding to the chaos, a few insiders started talking to gossip pages, hinting that the Rare Beauty team was dealing with an internal issue, which made people believe the comment was real after all. But others close to Selena claimed it was fake and that the screenshots were edited to stir division. No one's been able to confirm either way, and that mystery is exactly what keeps this story trending nonstop. It's honestly crazy how two women can't even exist online without fans turning it into a battle. And it's not just random people on TikTok either. Even verified accounts, beauty bloggers, and industry insiders have been picking sides again. What was supposed to be a lighthearted moment has now reignited one of the internet's longest-running feuds, and this time it's getting even harder to tell what's real and what's just internet chaos. And now, as the dust starts to settle, people are realizing this whole situation might have gotten way bigger than it was ever meant to be. After days of nonstop tweets, TikToks, and think pieces, fans are starting to admit that maybe, just maybe, everyone's reading too deep into emojis. But at the same time, others are convinced this drama's never really going away, no matter how quiet things get. Because here's the truth. Whether they like it or not, Hailey Bieber and Selena Gomez are tied together in pop culture history forever. Every move they make somehow loops back to the other. Hailey posts about skincare, people bring up rare beauty, Selena drops a new makeup campaign, fans start comparing it to Road. It's like the internet's on permanent watch for any overlap. Even celebrities have started weighing in. A few influencers from the beauty world subtly hinted that this feud keeps the entire beauty industry buzzing. One even said it's free marketing disguised as shade. Others defended both women, saying the constant comparisons are unfair and exhausting. But the most telling moment came when a Hollywood insider revealed that both Hailey and Selena's PR teams have quietly agreed not to comment on anything involving the other anymore. They're done feeding the beast. Still, that silence just keeps fans guessing, and the speculation only grows louder. And here's what's even wilder. Hailey reportedly told close friends that she's accepted the fact that their names will always be linked. According to one source, she literally said, "It's out of my hands at this point. People will always connect us." That's heavy, but honestly, she's not wrong. The names Selena Gomez and Hailey Bieber have become permanently intertwined in pop culture drama. Two women who never asked for this level of obsession but can't seem to escape it. So that's where things stand. Hailey's words, Selena's silence, and the never-ending storm around rare beauty. What do you think about all this? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe. And don't forget to watch the next video you'll see on screen for even more celebrity drama and updates. See you in the next one.